Hi everyone, I'm a doctor, and today I'll be talking about what seniors should eat daily. Are there any foods that are not good for the elderly? Is there a particular diet that has been recommended by doctors for older adults? Today we will talk about all of these questions. Make sure you stay with me till the end of the video, because I'm going to reveal a special diet plan that was recommended by doctors for their patients who are 60 years or older. This diet plan is very simple. It consists of 6 different food groups. Let's get started. The first food group that should be consumed on a daily basis by a senior citizen is fruits. And when we are talking about fruits, we mean fresh fruits, not juices. So when you consume a fruit juice, you lose all the fibers in that particular fruit. And it is proven that fiber has a great impact on your health, especially if you are a senior. Fiber helps to prevent constipation and to reduce the risk of getting heart diseases. As you age, your digestive system also ages. The inner lining of your small intestine becomes thinner, and the muscles in your colon become weaker. All of these changes can lead to a condition called constipation. To avoid this problem, make sure you eat enough fiber when you are young. But when you grow older, you need to increase even more your fiber intake, because fiber helps not only to prevent constipation, but also it can reduce the risk of getting colon cancer. For older adults, it is recommended to consume at least 21 grams of fiber per day. One medium apple contains approximately 4.4 grams of fiber. 1 cup of strawberries contains 8 grams of fiber, while 1 cup of blueberries contains almost 4 grams of fiber. In addition to providing you with essential nutrients, fiber helps you feel full for a longer period of time, and this could help you avoid overeating. Please don't forget that in order to enjoy all the benefits of fiber, you need to eat fruits, not juices. The next food group that you need to add to your daily diet is vegetables. Vegetables contain many beneficial nutrients that are essential for your body. They also contain antioxidants that can help fight free radicals and reduce inflammation throughout your body. One large carrot contains just 31 calories and it is rich in vitamin A, which supports healthy vision. Half a cup of broccoli provides around 75 milligrams of vitamin C, which boosts the immune system. One medium potato contains almost 19 grams of fiber, which helps with digestion. When choosing vegetables to eat, try to select the ones that you enjoy eating the most. But please don't forget that vegetables that are rich in sodium should be avoided. Examples of such vegetables are canned vegetables. These vegetables usually contain high amounts of salts, which are harmful to people with hypertension. Also, make sure you cook your vegetables properly, because raw vegetables are difficult to digest, and they can cause problems with your digestive system. Ideally, all vegetables should be steamed or boiled until they are tender. The third food group that should be added to your daily diet is protein sources. Proteins are essential for our bodies because they help in building tissues, hormones, enzymes, and even DNA. Protein deficiency can lead to muscle loss, weakness, and slow wound healing. Good sources of protein include fish, chicken, beans, and lentils. In general, it is recommended that an adult consume 0.8 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight. If you weigh 68 kilograms, then you need to consume at least 54 grams of protein every day. In addition to providing you with essential amino acids, fish also contains omega-3 fatty acids. Omega-3 fatty acids have been proven to support brain health and reduce the risk of dementia. Please note that fish can be a source of mercury. Therefore, you should carefully choose the type of fish you are consuming. The best types of fish are salmon, trout, and sardines. Next, let's talk about dairy products. Dairy products are rich in calcium, which is important for healthy bones and teeth. Calcium also plays an important role in muscle contraction and nerve impulse transmission. Fortunately, many older adults don't get enough calcium in their daily diet. According to research, approximately 75% of women and 55% of men over the age of 50 do not consume enough calcium. There are many types of dairy products that are rich in calcium. For example, 1 cup of milk contains approximately 300 milligrams of calcium. 1 cup of yogurt contains 450 milligrams of calcium. And 1 ounce of cheese contains about 200 milligrams of calcium. But please note that some dairy products can be high in sodium, saturated fat, and cholesterol. So you should carefully choose the products you are consuming. Look for dairy products that are low in fat and sodium. It is recommended to consume at least 3 servings of dairy products per day. Another important food group that needs to be included in the daily diet of a senior citizen is grains. Grains are important because they contain carbohydrates that provide energy to your body. Carbohydrates are considered an essential nutrient because they are the primary source of energy for our bodies. Grains are also important because they contain many vitamins and minerals. For example, whole grain products contain vitamin B1, which helps convert food into energy. Grains also contain magnesium, which helps regulate muscle and nerve function. But please note that not all grains are the same. Refined grains have been stripped of their bran and germ, which are the parts of the grain that contain most of the nutrients. Therefore, it is recommended to choose whole grains instead of refined grains. Examples of whole grains are brown rice, quinoa, and oats. It is recommended to consume at least 5 portions of grains per day. But please make sure that 4 of these portions are made out of whole grains. Last but not least, nuts and seeds should be included in the daily diet of every senior citizen. Nuts and seeds are important because they contain many essential nutrients, including healthy fats, proteins, and dietary fibers. Nuts and seeds are also rich in antioxidants and vitamins. Consuming nuts and seeds regularly may help in improving heart health and reducing the risk of heart disease. A handful of nuts and seeds can be consumed daily, but please make sure that if you have a nut allergy, you should avoid them. Also, if you have diabetes, you should carefully choose the type of nuts you are consuming, because some nuts are high in calories and fats. Examples of healthy nuts and seeds that can be consumed by older adults are walnuts, almonds, chia seeds, flax seeds, and pumpkin seeds. Now let's talk about unhealthy foods that should be avoided by older adults. The first food group that needs to be limited is sodium. Sodium increases your blood pressure and makes your arteries stiffer. Blood pressure and stiff arteries increase the risk of getting heart disease, heart attack, and stroke. It is recommended that an older adult consumes no more than 2,300 milligrams of sodium per day. But the ideal amount of sodium intake for an older person is 1,500 milligrams per day. Most of the sodium we consume comes from processed and canned foods. Therefore, you need to read the nutrition label before consuming any food. Another important tip is to cook your own meals at home. This way you control the amount of salt you are adding to your food. The next food group that should be avoided is sugar. Too much sugar in the blood can damage blood vessels and organs. Over time, this can increase the risk of developing type 2 diabetes, heart disease, and obesity. Sugar can be found in many forms, including brown sugar, white sugar, honey, agave, nectar, high fructose corn syrup, and others. Therefore, you need to carefully check the ingredients of every product you are consuming. Try to avoid products that contain more than 10 grams of sugar per serving. The third food group that should be avoided is saturated and trans fats. Saturated and trans fats can raise your blood pressure and increase the level of bad cholesterol in your blood. Both of these conditions can increase the risk of developing heart disease and stroke. To avoid saturated and trans fats, you need to limit your intake of fried foods, butter, ice cream, and many other products. Check always the nutrition label before consuming any product. In conclusion, in order to live a healthy life, an older person needs to follow a balanced diet. In this video, I shared with you a list of food groups that should be included in the daily diet of every senior citizen. I also shared with you some important tips that will help you avoid unhealthy foods. But please do, and forget that a healthy diet is not the only thing that is needed to maintain a good health. It is also very important to exercise regularly and avoid smoking and alcohol. Thank you for watching the video. See you next time.